Hey fam, in today's video, we're going to be making Masterboards. So here's y'all's fur baby friend. Say hi. He's taking his after dinner bath. He does this every evening after he eats. All right, so I'm going to be doing 4 Masterboards at the same time. That way I can cut them up into different pockets, tuck spots, journaling cards, whatever. And they're all going to kind of be similar in color. So first thing I want to do is do a light spritz of water on each page, just a light spritz. And I'm going to use my Walmart watercolors. Okay. I have a big brush. I have a medium brush. And then I'm going to use some of the markers, possibly. Might be using some of my Sharpie markers or something. I haven't decided exactly. I have no preconceived things. I'm also going to be using my brayer, which desperately needs to be cleaned, but it is what it is. That's going to get cleaned another day. I also have a water dropper with some water in it for dropping on top of the color paint. I have a little cup here for making circles. I have a cap to a glue stick for making small circles. I have some cardboard for scraping, just different things for making marks on the paper. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is choose a color. I'm going to start with my favorite color, which is a red. I'm going to just dot it on a few places. I'm going to use my dropper of water. Again, I have no rhyme or reason about what I'm doing here. And I'm just going to drop near or on there. Then I'm going to take my brayer, do it. I have some papers here I need to move. I don't want them to get paint on them. Okay, done. And make sure you have some of your towels. Remember, we keep our towels. So let me get a towel. This one has a little bit of yellow on it, but I'm going to clean the brayer off with it. Moist. Okay. That's going to be our first layer, I guess. Let's do a little bit of this yellow ochre. And what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to put it on this piece of cardboard. Like kind of line like this. And then I'm going to do a little spritz on the cardboard just to kind of wet it. It is watercolor. Add a little more. Water. Same thing. Each one we're going to get the same treatment. This is kind of like making a um, it's kind of the same thing as like the snippet roll, the ribbon, all the things that we've been making. It's kind of the same kind of thing. You're going to make it and be able to use it within your journal. Let's do some black. And this time we're going to do the black on the rim of the cup. And I'm not going to water it down. Whoa. Do it on the rim of the cup. And we're just going to make random circles. Just going to keep going. Of the cup. And wherever it's wet, it's going to bleed some. See that? Now, I do have this handy dandy fan brush, but you can do this even if you don't have a brush. The key is to keep the brush wet. I also have this brush is wet. I have this regular Dollar Tree, like household painting brush. So it doesn't matter. Use whatever brush you have. I'm going to do purple. And I'm going to wet this fan brush. I'm going to show you with both. Fan brush, I'm going to wet it. Put some on the tips. I'll show you. Just put it on the tips like that. And then you're just going to take another paintbrush or your finger and just gonna wet the tips with the paint. Pretty wet so that they just kind of splatter. Okay, that's good. Where's the top to this? The brush that I showed you, and I'm gonna do it in the green. Same thing, wet brush. Paint on the tips. This one I am going to use another brush though, because it's just easier. Okay, we need more paint, more water. More paint. See, it doesn't matter what brush. Now we're going to do some lines. And I don't want them black, but let's try this brown. I don't know how this is going to look. It may be a whole crazy situation. I don't know. Let's see. And I'm going to use the edge of this brush just to do some random lines. good on this. So what I'm going to do now is go ahead and use my heat tool to dry this. And then I'm going to come back and we're going to do another layer of something on it. Okay, I think we are mostly dry here. I'll think. Okay. So these are my 4. I'm going to do something else to it. I think I want to go in with the white and on some of the red spots, add some white circles. So we're going to do the same thing we did with the other. Something. I've got the gold and I've got this black, and I don't know if this silver is going to show. Let me try making some dots and see if this silver shows. It shows. Let's just try making some circles. Randomly. Some little tiny random silver circles. No rhyme or reason to it. Just a row of random circles. Ah, I got some paint on me. All right, let's do that on each page, and then I'll come back. Okay, I did that, and I didn't do it very much because it was tedious. All right, so we're going to take this gold Sharpie. I wish I had this size in silver. That silver is I need to buy one, but this silver is a very finer tip. Yeah, I need the chisel big tip. It definitely, quicker. And I feel like this gold is going to blend in with this brown that we use to make the lines and some of this yellow ochre. But let's see what happens. I don't know. Let's see. Okay. I'm not mad at it, but it does kind of give more of that color. I'm not going to do too much. Let's do some over here where there's really nothing. Yeah. I'm not mad at it, but I'm not in love with it either. So we won't be doing too much of it. Just here and there on the sheets in the corners where the white parts are. Because this is all going to get cut up and I don't know how it's going to get cut up. I'm not going to cut it until it's time. Actually, yes, we will. We'll cut it on camera. That's enough. Let's do some black. For black, I think I want to do some squiggly lines. I'm not sure why, but it's just speaking to me. I know you can't see these, every single one of these. I've got you zoomed out as far as I can, but I'm not sure how I want to do it though. And maybe I don't want to do black. I don't know. Maybe we'll just do some black dots. Let's start with black dots. Let's start with black dots on the inside of each of the black circles. Okay, I'm not mad at that. I actually like that. Yeah, I like that. Let's Let's go for that. Now I'm going to take my red marker and I think I'm going to just write random words and numbers in some of the edges that have a lot of white. So I'm going to move these over because it's dry, and I'm going to just randomly write words and or numbers. So that's enough. If you're enjoying this video and this series, go ahead and give me a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you can be notified when new videos are posted. Now, I'm going to flip them over. Oh, I can see the markers through here. I'm going to get my cutting. If you don't have a cutter, please get a ruler and a pair of scissors. Where are my scissors? I do that. Okay, to measure out. Now, some of these are going to be pockets. Some of these are going to be journaling cards. Some of them are going to be little tuck spots, whatever. We're just going to randomly cut them into different sizes. I can see the marker through here, so I kind of have an idea, but I'm not going to measure. I'm just going to make sure it's even by keeping it straight on the top here. So I'm just going to cut some strips, and then I'm going to cut those strips possibly in different sizes. We'll see. This one sort of in half. This one in half. This one sort of in half. And this one, I'm going to try and cut this one diagonal to make a little corner pocket. If I line this corner with the edge and this corner with the edge, it should work. It's going to be a long diagonal pocket or tuck, whatever. All right, so now we see what we get. We can use our corner rounder. Remember, if you don't have a corner rounder at the beginning of this series, I showed you how to make a corner template. If you're not sure how to make this corner template, I'm going to link the playlist below so you can go to the first video where you can see this. I think it was the first or second video where we did this. But the playlist will be down in the pinned comment, okay? So if you don't have a corner rounder and say, I like these corners to be rounded, you would take this. This is your rounded. This is your small slit. This is your big slit. You're going to line up this line and this line. You're going to take a pencil, trace where the round is, and then take your scissors and round your corner. I get it. There we go. Now you have a rounded corner for your tuck spot, okay? But I have a corner rounder, so I'm not going to do that. Yes, it will take you more time. As you can see, they are both rounded. It's a similar size as well. They're both rounded, okay? But I'm going to go through and decide what's going to be pockets, what's going to be journaling cards, and that all that jazz. I think I'll put this, maybe put these two on a page where there are two pockets, either one up, one down, or maybe side by side, maybe one on each page. So I think I want to round. Ugh, I need to sharpen this. It's supposed to take foil and cut foil so that it rounds. These are going to be. Now, the other thing that you might not have as someone who's new to this is a circle punch. I like to notch out in the middle for the pockets so that you have that little like finger hole. If you don't have one of those, then just take something like this cup, trace it, and cut it. So you can do it as deep, you know, or as shallow as you would like. Aim for the middle. Doesn't have to be the middle, but aim for the middle. Trace. Okay, that's my trace. And then you're just going to cut it. I know they're not the same. I can hear you saying, this one's bigger than the other one. I don't care. I really don't. It's still a finger notch. Either way, it doesn't matter. I'm going to round these corners as well. But there's two pockets now that I've got. Okay, there's two pockets. I think the smaller ones we might make journal cards. So let's do that. We're going to round. Okay. There you go. 4 different journaling cards. What I like to do with my journaling cards is punch a hole. Again, center if you can. If you can't, guess what? It doesn't matter. Now for this, you can use old ribbon, old fabric, whatever it is you have handy. I still have some of this left, plenty of it. And so guess what? It's about to be a part of this. It sure is. Why not? It's from your cutie oranges, or if you have green from your avocados. There you go. If you happen to have ribbon, do ribbon. You know, if you don't let that limit you. And now you've got a little nice little card, journaling tag, or journaling card, and you can journal on the back, and then you can tuck it into a pocket. There you go. So we've got 2 corner pockets, 2 regular pockets, and we got 4 journaling cards. I think I have some ribbon. I've got some ribbon left over. This is from Dollar Tree. I've got some gray lanyard thing from my a pair of sweatpants, I think. I've got Dollar Tree twine. Let's do some twine. I like twine. And we're going to do the same thing. I like to put mine in either way. It doesn't matter which way I change it up. Put it in through the loop part, and then take the 2 straights and pull them up. Just be careful you don't rip your paper, especially if you're using copy paper. A thicker paper would be better, like watercolor paper or mixed media paper or something else. Yes, you can do this with copy paper, but if you've got some card stock, that would be better. It would be better. It would. Let's see, this orange is just about done, so let's just take it out. Come on. Oh, baby, come on. This paper that I'm using is actually Dollar Tree drawing paper. I find that I like it better than the mixed media or the watercolor paper because those papers are so thick. Like, I have some old yarn here. I don't know where I got this. I have no clue. No clue whatsoever. And I'm not going to worry about it either. It's going to be a tiny bag. Try and keep you in frame, but I always keep coming back towards my face so I can see what I'm doing. So I'm trying to keep you in frame. So I apologize now if anything was out of frame during this video. Please ask questions in the comments and I will answer them to the best of my ability. This one might have been too small. But yeah, okay, so now we've got, let's put all this away. Now let's get our sample journal we've been using. Here's our sample journal. And let's just take all these items we just made because I still have 3 more Masterboards to use elsewhere. Let's do this right here on this spread. Let me move all this stuff out of the way so that we can really spread our wings here. Some of this stuff is trash. That's trash. All right, because we have a flip out. Boom, boom, boom. There we go, flip out. All right, so let's take all of our items and use them on these 3 pages, okay? Let's take this corner pocket. Let me get you in frame here. And we're gonna put it right there. Corner pocket there. Let me get my glue. I'm gonna use the watered down tacky glue today, I think. And remember, when you're doing pockets, you only want to do this part and this part, okay? Because how in the world, why is that looking brown? I guess the paper clip I had in there rusted a little. It's okay. Put that against there. You only want to do 2 or 3 sides, depending on the type of pocket you've got. See? Now we've got a little tuck pocket there. Let's do our other 2 pockets. Let's do one here and one here. And we're going to do the 3 sides for these. Actually, that's too high because you won't be able to put anything in it. Trying to think. I have 2 shorties that could go in here. I don't mind stuff sticking up off the top of my journal. I actually like it. And we've got these 2 big ones. Let's put the big pocket. This one looks a little bit bigger in my eye. To my eye. Okay, let's do that. So the 3 sides, we're gonna do 1, 2, and 3. Leave the top. All right. Towel. Sometimes it does come over the edge, and that's okay. We don't mind. Just make sure we want to get it up so it doesn't stick to anything it shouldn't. Same thing. 1, 2, and 3. I hear you. Okay, same thing. I hear you, 7. And just be careful, we used watercolors. If you're using washable markers, sometimes it reactivates when the glue is on it until it's dry. So just, you see I'm getting some of the red from the watercolor. It's okay. I probably should have used the fabric tack. There we go. Fabric tack is it dries much quicker than this does. Okay. So now we can put our 2 journaling cards like that. And then we can put these two journaling cards. Like this one being, so cut this. Same thing here. A little bit long. There we go. Okay. Yes, it's sticking up. I don't mind that, but I think it's a little bit too long. Oops, I got caught in there. That's still not true. Okay. Stick you off. Okay. So all we have now is one more pocket. Remember, pockets don't have to be like this. They can be like this, which is what we would call a tuck spot. You can still tuck stuff up in the pocket. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and make that. And I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac glue this time for it. It's definitely my favorite. A little expensive, but it's definitely my favorite. Okay, so a tuck spot is exactly what it says. Somewhere to tuck stuff. See that Fabri-Tac? Nothing like it, baby. Nothing like it. And I'll grab some of my scraps and show you. Say we want to take this. Let's cut it down. That off. Now we've got a place to tuck. Tuck it under both. You can tuck it under both. You wouldn't necessarily tuck it under both, but I mean, you could. It's up to you. And so now you could journal on the back of this piece of paper and then tuck it away. And this is a piece of copy paper, so if I wanted, I could write on the back of it or what have you. Or if you want to fold it, you know, fold it and then tuck it. And then we could get a different piece of paper. Say this. Scissors. And we want to make a different thing to tuck. Now we have two different things tucked. We could even use this as decoration inside of our journal. Maybe we want to put a focal point. You know, I don't know. It's your journal. Do what you want. Don't let nobody tell you what to do. It's your journal. We could use this in our journal. Because honestly, that's what junk journaling is about. It's about using whatever you want as a form of written or artistic expression. Whatever that looks like and feels good to you. No one can tell you that your junk journal is not a junk journal, whether you're using actual paper trash that you would normally throw away from the junk mail, or if you go out and buy a whole kit of digital, buy a kit of scrap paper, or you get digital paper, whatever the case may be. It's your journal. No one can tell you what's right or wrong. I don't know why we have a 5. Maybe because May is the 5th month and that's my birth month. I don't know. Again, no one can tell you what to do. All right, so now you know how to make a master board and you know how you can use your master board. This video has taken way longer than it should have. But master boards are awesome if you want to have a cohesive journal. Like you want to make a journal that's just certain colors, then you would go and make your master boards and make as many as you want. We are at the end of March. So what I would say is if you don't have a lot of paper, take your calendar off your wall and use the back side of it, or use acrylic paint and paint on the front. It doesn't matter. You can cut the numbers off the calendar and use that. in your Masterboards, or even like I did here with the number 5. You know, I could have taken a calendar number from a big calendar, wall calendar, which I use every month. And I've been saving those pages now because those are going to be things that I throw into the mix of collaging or junk journaling or whatever. Because there's no need to go out and buy stuff when you have so many papers come through your hands throughout the day. Even at work, there's paper that comes through your hands that usually gets put in the shredder. Now, if it's confidential information, obviously you can't save that. But stuff that doesn't have to go in the trash, collect it. The junk mail that comes in the mailbox that you want to get rid of, use it. Why not? All right, enough said. Ending this video. So go make you some Masterboards. Maybe use it in the journal you're doing now with me. Or if you don't want to, you can make a bunch of Masterboards and save them for your next project or journal. As always, be good to yourself, be kind to others, and whatever your journey, enjoy it. Yeah, come see me. Come see me. Come see me. Come see us. Say hi. Say hi, everybody. Say hi, everybody. Yeah. Say hi, hi. 7. You say hi, hi? Yeah. No, 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 no. Get off my desk. All right. Let's get our Masterboards done.